Hello guys, let me tell y'all about a story that's just so trifling, but before we start this story, I'ma need y'all to sub. So, this comic starts off with New York looking all futuristic and shit, but ain't no heroes around, no more. They explain how the government created the Mutant Registration Act that found a way to straight up erase their powers. Now, the prejudice against mutants in Marvel be crazy as fuck, but at the same time I get it though, cause if Lil Tana next door shitting fire out his ass accidentally kill a nigga with his fire shits, that would be tough. But instead of creating technology to take away powers, they could have created technology to help put mutants in a better environment to succeed and not hurt nobody from birth. Like, they could have created some type of tech to tell a doctor like, oh, your baby a mutant, so he needs a mutant mentor so he can better control his powers when he's fully grown, or something like that. But yeah, shit crazy, but that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother video. The X-Men wasn't going for that. Of course they wasn't going for that bullshit, so they started fighting back. Then the Avengers slid for their ex-brothers. Then the Fantastic Four slid for their ex-brothers. Then every hero with a post was like, nah, we ain't letting that shit slide. It was like the I Have a Dream speech, but with mutants and throwing hands. But they all had their last stand at the Baxter building, and them heroes got packed the fuck up. Some of them died, the rest either locked up or hiding like roaches when you turn the lights on. Now the city got these big ass sentinels patrolling everywhere, everybody following rules, no crime happening, but at what cost though? Then we cut to this bald nigga sitting in some futuristic whip looking like Mr. Clean done went corporate on y'all niggas, talking about how his grandfather won some long ass war against Daredevil. This nigga is also being bougie with the types of crimes he's willing to jump in between, ignoring a police call and shit, saying it ain't worth his time. Then the bomb drops. His grandpappy is none other than Wilson Fisk, the motherfucking Kingpin. This nigga grandpappy didn't just beat Daredevil, he bodied him after beefing for like 20 years. His pops grew up bragging about this shit, telling the story over and over like it was some legendary W. But our main character, he ain't feeling that shit at all. Instead of being proud, this nigga was disgusted by his family legacy. All them stories about how his granddaddy murked Daredevil was fucking with his head. He was just a legit, like telling little kids about how you murked a nigga or about how your father murked a nigga. It's crazy work. And they glorifying that shit too. That shit, bro, that shit horrible. What the hell? But even though he was raised through that corrupt ass bloodline, he's still having some morals like, nah, that shit ain't right, gang. So he spent his whole bag on tech, using all that Kingpin inheritance money to become the very thing his grandfather hated the most. Daredevil. This nigga trying to redeem his whole bloodline by fighting crime. As the hero, his granddaddy packed the fuck up. I guess that morality is finally starting to hit that Fisk bloodline. So this nigga got a whole high-tech Daredevil suit with all the gadgets and shit, but he's still scared as fuck when he got launched to the sky though. But he got a little fly for the comic panel, so he thugged it out and struck the landing with it. The OG Daredevil had them super senses and shit, but this nigga, he got that fat bank account in his suit doing all the work, enhancing his strength, his speed, all that. Without the suit, this nigga would be a pack in minutes, no cap. He could have trained for a brick to be in peak human condition, but if there's a clear, easy ass option, he's gonna take that clear, easy ass option. Niggas used to ride horses, now they drive cars. Niggas used to actually do their homework, now they use AI. If there's technology to make our lives simpler, we use that bitch. Simple. You feel me? So he spots these criminals threatening some random lady in the alley. He pulled up to get active with it. The thugs know who he is, so you already know he made a name for himself in these streets on some gambit shit. One of them pulls out a gun, but when Daredevil tries to throw a baton, that shit hit him back in the face. I had him looking goofy as fuck in front of the criminals and the lady. He was trying to be cool and do some classic Daredevil OG shit for the niggas reading the comics, but he ain't him. Murdoch was too smooth with this shit. Ain't nobody replicated what he did on these streets, for real, for real. So he brought out them blickies, them glizzies, them sticks, and started popping them niggas. I thought he had a little Punisher. I thought he put a little Punisher into him. It'd be a mix of all three, Kingpin, Punisher, and Daredevil. But nah, his bullets wasn't even real bullets. They hurt like a bitch though, but they ain't lethal. But he then saves the lady, then bounces before the cops show up. Back at the crib with it though, his wife Atlanta is pissed the fuck off. She's like, where you been at? And he's capping like, I've been working late, you feel me? But she get the bamming crazy on my nigga Samuel. Got to saying he been ghosting his son for months, barely seeing their 9-year-old son. She assumes that he's out there being Daredevil because she already know his secret identity. She already know that he be doing that Daredevil shit at night. But mind you, he could have been out there dropping dick off, and he could have used the Daredevil thing as an excuse on some 4D chess shit. You feel me? That would have been some diabolical shit. But she begging him to stop this Daredevil shit because if the government finds out, they gonna smoke his ass. But he can't stop. He won't stop. The sins of the Fisk family is too deep. And this nigga feel like he gotta make it right. So this nigga wife, Eleni, was fed the fuck up. She was bamming by, oh, you ain't even see it. I'm surprised she ain't mentioned him trying to get with a fucking other joint. He just mad about the Daredevil shit. But yeah, she called him a selfish pig and grabbed her coat, headed to the door. Samuel barely got out of, what you doing? Before she hit him with that, I'm leaving. And it's 2 a.m. at night too, so that's tough. Your whole detective better start going off, but this nigga already know the deal. She gonna be back by tomorrow with some fake ass apology because she wants the green. First of all, that's a big ass red flag. If she doing this consistently but keep coming back for the money, plus you have a kid with this junk, she's a gold digger. She can't be saved. Next day, this nigga sitting in the boardroom at Fisk Tower, but his mind's somewhere else completely. He ain't sleep at all because Elena never came home. Well, everybody's talking about corporate shit. This nigga just staring out the window, not hearing a damn word. Shit, this used to be me in math class, though, not gonna lie. After middle school, math turned into some fucking Star Wars sci-fi shit. And it just turned crazy. It turned ludicrous. It was wild, bro. Like, shit was super unrealistic as shit. It was too fucking OD. I remember in geometry class, nigga, the geometry teacher was just... He was drawing shapes and coloring in pictures, writing A's, and I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck has math came to? What the fuck is this? Will we even use this in real life? No, we would not use this shit in real life. What the fuck is this? But yeah, ludicrous, my nigga, ludicrous. He was sowing his feelings about her, but deep down, he knows she a eater. And he knows she for the streets. Since crime basically wiped out, thanks to them big ass sentinels patrolling everywhere, this nigga ain't got much to do as Daredevil, so he decided to stalk his wife. Yep, he decided to stalk his wife. And what he find is exactly what he was afraid of. He climbed the rooftops, he peeked through, and his wife posted up kissing on another nigga. Getting prepped to get tossed. That's tough. Caught her being a low down, dirty, good for nothing, evil Knievel asshole. While he busy beating crime up in the streets, she busy being for the streets, getting her pussy beat up in the bed. Girl, I wish I could save you, but I can't. That girl took me for Spider-Man, Superman, Daredevil. He was clenching his fist about tight as hell. He was ready to wreck something. He put up on a sentinel, and the sentinel was like, oh, I don't have you in my records. You're not registered to be in this alley. And he was like, shut the fuck up and catch these hands, bitch ass bot. Then he started getting the wrecking on that bot. Start making beating that nigga's ass. While he was beating that bot's ass, he said, I can't decide whether to picture my wife or the guy she was with. That's crazy, bro. I guess this is a Chris Brown moment, low key. That's wild, bro. But then as he was beating the Sentinel's ass, this nigga was thinking about costing the city millions because the taxpaying dollars go to the Sentinels. But who the fuck cares? Get that anger off, bro. Fuck them Sentinels. And he also thinking about his own suit. He's also fucking up his own suit. But fuck that, bro. Release that anger, bro. Because if you bottle it up, it's not going to sit well, bro. But before the other Sentinels could arrest him, he was out that junk. After that, Sam had to go to a bar to cool off after such a stressful ass night. Everyone respects him because of that Fisk name. He orders a drink, head back to a private room. Sam tells the bartender all about the Atlanta situation, how she was being out here. She fucking on another nigga. She getting tossed by another nigga. She out here being a hoe. And Sam says he's more mad at himself than at her. Then the bartender said something crazy out here. He casually said, if it really bothers you, you could always have her killed. Nigga, what? Bro literally just casually said this. The glazing and the dick sucking go from generation to generation for the Fisk name. Like, wow. Crazy as hell. Samuel was like, don't even joke about that shit. That's not funny. I could never do that. I made some calls. We're gonna take care of it like civilized people. And then later on, Sam gets a call saying, yo, you found him? Good. I'll be right there. So he pull up to Fisk Tower with it. And then we get this whole thing saying, like, if only she could understand why he be Daredevil and shit. We see this nigga getting beat up. And it was the nigga that was cranking his wife's cheeks. So he getting payback on a nigga that was cranking on his wife's cheeks. He's saying, I must redeem myself for all the pain and sorrow I continue to bring to this world. Somehow putting on the costume, risking my life every night, it makes all this feel right. So him trying to be Daredevil every night makes them justify doing this. The nigga's a lunatic. The whole time we was reading through the comic, he made it seem like he's this good person trying to redeem the Fisk bloodline because of all the horrible shit his family done. But the whole time he's still doing the horrible shit his family has been doing all these years. Just because he out doing some Daredevil shit from time to time don't make this shit right. That nigga continuing both Daredevil and Kingpin legacy at the same time. Nigga said, I thought you was gonna take care of this like civilized civilians. He got his mob beating this nigga up. And then he got the Glock to the back of this nigga head at the end. He said, I got 2 legacies to continue. It's just Kingpin, no mister. And the nigga crying his ass off. Bam! The end. And then we ain't never got no other issues since 2003. That's crazy. But nah, bro. I fuck with this comic though, bro. Cause it's like, wow, bro. Like this nigga, something wrong with this nigga. So he Daredevil at night, but Kingpin by day. And he also got a son that he don't be fucking paying attention to. We didn't even see the son in the comic. We didn't even see the nigga in the comic, bro. Like that's wild, bro. This is the same thing Kingpin did to fucking Adam in Daredevil Born Again. But he didn't shoot him. We locked him up in the dungeon and just keeps beating up on him every day. This nigga, he ended shit off quickly. Kingpin, he got more personal with it. He gave that nigga an axe and that nigga Adam still lost. It looks like the Kingpin family will be corrupt for a very long time. That bloodline is just corrupt. Even when you think shit gonna be good, Daredevil would not justify this behavior. But he don't give a fuck. He only doing it for him. That nigga needs to go to a fucking therapist. Not gonna lie. Was a little solid 1-issue comic. I guess some people really do just crash out about this. He really loved that girl even though she's clearly a gold digger. Ain't no real heroes in 2099. But if y'all watch all the way through this, thank y'all for watching. Thank you for supporting me. And one day we gonna get that 100K plaque, man. We on it. Y'all have a good one.